from Santorini and I landed in Naxos. Naxos is the second island in the Cycladic group of islands that I'm visiting. And actually it's the biggest island in the Cyclades islands. And it has the highest peak, which is Mount Zeus, with an elevation of about 1003 meters. Probably tomorrow I'm going to go there to see how is the view from up there around the island. I'm going to tell you some things about the island, but first I want to show you where I'm standing. I'm standing on the hill of Palatia, and here is an old temple dedicated to Apollo or Dionysus. Some says that it's dedicated to Apollo, others to Dionysus, because Dionysus was the deity that was worshipped here on this island. This hill was part of the island at one point, but from antiquity the level of the sea arose pretty much and it became an island. But then as you can see, there is a causeway man-made from the island towards this place. Coming back to this temple, well, as I said, Dionysus was the deity that was worshipped here on Naxos. Others says that it was dedicated to Apollo because it has the portara that we see now is the entrance into the temple, and the whole temple is oriented towards Delos, which is the birthplace of Apollo. But as I looked on the map, unfortunately this is the direction, and Delos, it's somewhere in that direction. So probably I will stick to the idea that it was dedicated to Dionysus, the deity of wine, of pleasure, of festivities, and of joy. As you can see, there are still those hooks that they used to put in place the big stones. It's Naxos marble, of course, Naxian marble. It has about 8 meters high, and the whole door, which is like a portal, that's why probably the name is Portara, has about 20 tons. It was built started building in 530 before Christ. Well, in those centuries, the Greek city-states were ruled by tyrants, and here was a tyrant that decided to make the biggest buildings in whole Greece. Well, it was never completed. He was thrown out from the island in 506, and the temple was never finished. Only the walls were in place, and probably in 5th-6th century after Christ, the temple was actually modified in a basilica. During the Venetians and the Ottomans, the whole temple was dismantled in order to build a castle, but the door was so huge because they couldn't dismantle it. So it stands even today and is a landmark of Naxos. Well, this island in antiquity was really known for two important type of rocks. One is the Naxian marble, from which this temple was built, and also the lions from Delos, the row of lions from Delos were actually carved from Delian, Naxian marble. And a second rock, which was the most abrasive rock until the modern time, was emery, and it was found only here in the island of Naxos. The second important place is the castle, the castro that we see here up on the hill. An important figure is Marco Sanudo. Marco Sanudo was a Venetian soldier, a nobleman actually. He was the one that created and was the first duke of the Duchy of Naxia, or Duchy of Archipelago. And this guy, well, actually took part also to the negotiations with Marquis of Montferrat. Boniface I of Montferrat was the ruler and the winner of the Fourth Crusade that took place between 1201 and 1204. And Boniface of Montferrat actually sold the island of Crete to Venetians. So Marco Sanudo was one of the people that took part in this negotiation and actually succeeded to buy the island from the Marquis de Montferrat in favor of Republic of Venice. So afterwards, after this Fourth Crusade, he took a fleet and came here and conquered this island. There were some pirates of Genoese. They stood the ground about 5 weeks, but after a huge siege they surrendered, and Sanudo decided to make this place the capital of his realm. The only island that we can see from here is the island of Paros, which is that one. There is a second island behind her, it's called Antiparos, smaller. And this is island of Naxos. During the Italians' rule, the name of the island was Nasso. I believe that over there is the mountain of Zeus, and there's also a cave near to the top, the peak. It is believed that on that cave Zeus was raised. It's a bit windy today, but the weather is fine. From here I'm going to head for Kouros of Flerio. There are statues, big statues, 3 or 4 meters long, that are standing in a garden near to the village, near to one of the villages from the island, and they were carved, but they haven't been finished because they discovered that the marble block has some cracks, so they were deserted. The largest and the longest statue on the island is Kuros of Apollon. There's a village called Apollon, from where I said that the marble for the lions from Delos was taken. Is the longest one, about 10 meters long, and it was also deserted from the same reason, due to the same reason. There's not much left from the castle of Sanudo, Marco I of Sanudo. Only 2 towers, but can be visited. So this is Naxos Island. See you next time.